Hey there friends, thanks for checking in. Today we're looking at the new Hudson H9. This gun has received a lot of attention, many people interested in the features of it and what makes it different. We can see that it does have a big fat forend here and a 1911 grip angle and some other features that give it that 1911 like feel to it. But it's a striker fired gun, so it's definitely not a 1911, but it does offer some of the features that many people like. Now, the MSRP is $1,147. I go up and down Gunbroker and I see that the price is not much different than that. Right around $1,150 will get you the H9. It was introduced last year. It is available now, and it's reviewing pretty well. A lot of people like it. They're saying that this recoil guide rod assembly works well, and we'll have to check it out at the range. We look at it from this view and we can see that there is a large gap between the guide rod and the barrel. That's the main thing that I think makes this gun different, because it's supposed to spread out the energy from the recoil of the gun and make it more pleasant to shoot and create less muzzle rise. So we'll have to see at the range. The one thing that I question is that 9mm has minimal recoil as it is. I would see this assembly working better with 40 or 45, but we'll have to check it out. I'm going to approach this with an open mind. The grip, this is an aftermarket G10 grip, okay? It's blue with the black interchanged in there, looks really cool. It does come with G10 grips though. It does have a nice feel to it. And it does come with 15 round magazines. Here we have an unloaded firearm. And some of the features, all steel frame. It does come standard with a Trijicon HD night sight right there. Big orange dot there. Blacked out rears and a very nice sight picture. Stands out, makes it, I'm sure, easy to acquire the target. It does also have ambidextrous slide stops. And I'm told that the mag release can be switched to make this left-handed friendly. It comes in the box on the left side of the gun, which suits righties. Forward slide serrations, same type of cut in the rear. And overall, a pretty nice feel to it. If you like shooting 1911s, the H9 will feel comfortable and normal to you. The one thing that I particularly like about the gun is the trigger. It's a single action trigger. I measure it at 5.5 pounds. The website says 4.5 to 5 pounds. I measure it pretty consistently at 5.5 pounds. And the one thing that's interesting is that the detent bar seems opposite. Typically it, kind of comes down toward the bottom of the trigger. Here it raises on top. So as you go to pull the trigger, it feels the opposite, but then it just breaks with a short pull. Very little trigger travel. And then here's what I like right here. That reset is minimal for the follow-up shots. Look at that right here. Kind of feels like a SIG SRT trigger. Hardly any trigger travel and like zero over travel. It just breaks. So I have to believe that is going to be nice at the range. Extended beaver tail safety there, nice feel to it. It does have some weight behind it. The barrel length is 4.28 inches. But to disassemble the gun, we're going to lock the slide back. This needs to be pushed through. I'm going to grab a Sharpie here and just push that through, and then this lever here will be pushed down. We'll release the slide and then just pull the trigger and off comes the slide. Here we have the 4.28 inch barrel. A little different look to it. It has to, because of that recoil spring assembly. And there it is. It stays fixed onto the frame. All right, all steel guide rod. And that's what it looks like. Now, reassembling can be a bit of a challenge, because this recoil or this guide rod needs to align perfectly with this hole. Now look at the distance here. That is a lot of distance compared to most guns and what sets the H9 apart. But we're going to try to do this in a timely manner. Alright, sometimes it doesn't align perfectly and it just kind of stops there. What I have found is just kind of, oh, I think I had it, there we go. Just kind of play with it until it aligns perfectly. Oh, there we go. We'll lock the slide back, put this lever back into place, push it through, and you're good to go. Another thing I noticed, lefties, a lot of people say the left, or the right side of the gun, but it's an easy release of the slide by using that lever. Many people charge the gun that way, and you know, to each their own. But let's go ahead and weigh the gun unloaded and then loaded and see what the H9 is weighing in at. Here we have an unloaded H9, not a round in the chamber. On the scale, weighing in at 37 3/4 ounces. So it definitely has some weight behind it, but a lot of people like that. They want full steel construction guns, and they want to carry those guns. Many people also wondering who makes holsters for the H9. Well, Multi-Holsters does, and here's a multi-holster right here. It's made for a lefty, and you can see that it fits in nice and snug. So if you have an H9 and you're looking for a holster, multiholsters.com is your ticket. Let me go ahead and load up 15 rounds. We'll see what the loaded weight for the H9 is. Here we have a fully loaded magazine with 15 rounds, full metal jacket, 115 grain. And I have to say, that last round was tough to get in there, but we'll go ahead and put it on the scale, fully loaded, weighing in at 43 3/4 ounces. A lot of people say, you know, why don't you put that extra round in there so you carry one in the chamber? And if that's the case, it's weighing in at 44 1/4 ounce. So it's a heavy gun. There's no question about it. Every 9mm round is a ½ ounce. But the one thing that I want to do when I take it to the range is compare it with another gun of equal size, all steel construction. And the one that I came up with is the Baby Desert Eagle 3. The only thing I really want to see is this worth it? Does that make a difference? Will it cut down on the muzzle flip when shooting? So I'm going to put these side by side, shoot them, and then you guys can see if there's a difference. You can see the barrel length is approximately the same, and the weight is within 1 ounce difference. So we'll do that at the range. Going to do that shortly. We'll check out the H9, check out the accuracy, how that light trigger feels, how those sights line up, and to see if it has less muzzle rise because of the recoil assembly dropping quite a bit lower away from the barrel. Until then, be on the lookout for that. I look forward to learning more about the Hudson H9. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.